On today's show, join us as we investigate the potential benefits of building a learning community in any school. Our esteemed panel of Mr. Fazeed Abdool, Ms. Rena Ramcharan, Ms. Sasha Sooklal, Mrs. Tricia Simon-Charles, and Mr. Amos Atwell will use topics of philosophy, psychology, sociology, and health and family life education to determine the value that can be gained through the implementation of such a community on the social and cultural values on staff and students alike. Welcome.
Morning, Miss Charles.
Hey, morning, Fazeed.
How you doing, Miss?
I'm good. How are you?
How your assessments going?
Oh, cool. Well, not too good. Them children are there, they studying at all, but look at the grades. And
You'll
know what's
see
that?
here.
What is we really doing here?
what do you mean?
I mean,
Trying to figure that out. I feel
feel
I
like-
haven't taught.
Well, I feel like not doing anything in here. I tried with them children and then I'm nothing. What are the marks I get in here? Don't talk about
Wow.
SP. Right? This
See
is
what
silo
you know.
paper. You seen anything here?
Silo.
Silo.
Yeah.
Yes, nothing being done. What's up? But he's a good student. He's in my class. The silo does nothing. That's in my class. He performs well in my class. He passes the exam.
What is this you're doing, Miss?
Well, I realized that in order to get him to learn, I have to build on what he has. I have to build his community and not just deliver my curriculum. So I had to look for extra ways or different ways in which to get him interested in learning. Building a community, miss? Yes, we have different perspectives and we could try it in order to help our students.
Okay,
What we
that
don't know about
sounds
that?
interesting.
Lots of things we don't know. So we need to
Okay.
look at different perspectives and different subject areas.
Okay, guys, so maybe let's do some research on finding out how to construct a
Yes.
building community.
Well, yeah, if it's working for Miss, let me see if it could work
Yeah.
for us. So let's do a chance here. We'll come together and see what we get.
Okay,
Yeah?
guys.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. All right.
So let's hear a little bit more from Mr. Abdool on the topic of philosophy.
There are many philosophical principles that guide the building of a learning community. These principles also assist young students in their acquisition of social and cultural values. The first guiding principle is respect. Aristotle believed that respect is an essential component in ethical behavior. He believed that respect involved recognizing the inherent worth and value of others and treating them accordingly. This belief is important when building a learning community and adopting social values, as it is critical for students to respect one another's differences, beliefs, and cultural traditions. This would help foster strong relationships and encourage students and staff to work together to achieve their goals. Rousseau also believed that respect is a natural sentiment which is necessary for social harmony and well-being of society. He believed that respect can be influenced by the social conventions and that respect is based on admiration and recognition of others' worth. Here we can see that respect is a value that is needed to foster strong and healthy ties amongst individuals. Having a healthy level of respect and admiration for others would promote positive, value-added education in the learning communities, as all individuals are free and confident in expressing their thoughts and knowledge without criticism and disrespect. It is no doubt a climate like this would promote positive learning outcomes and strong community ties. In order to create a learning community, collaboration is a key concept that must be practiced. While learning can take place on an individual level, John Dewey believed that collaboration was an essential for social harmony and cooperation. He stated that collaborative learning allowed individuals to draw on one another's strengths and expertise and to work together to achieve common goals. Dewey's belief in collaboration solidifies the importance of social learning within the community. Another philosopher, Paulo Freire, emphasized the importance of collaboration in the process of critical education. He argued that collaboration allows individuals to engage in a process of mutual learning in which both the teacher and students can learn from each other and work together to build knowledge and understanding. This two-way learning is important in a learning community, as teachers do not know everything, and conversely, students can also share their knowledge to their teachers through their experiences. Mutual sharing of knowledge, along with having shared goals and objectives through collaboration, individuals develop a shared sense of identity and purpose, which is the hallmark of a positive value-added learning community. How can there be learning without inquiry? Inquiry is a concept that is tied to learning, as both go hand in hand. Socrates is known for his method of inquiry, known as the Socratic method. This involves asking a series of questions to arrive at a deeper understanding of a concept or idea. Socrates believed that inquiry was essential for discovering truth and wisdom. Most can agree that the main purpose for learning is to find truth and attain wisdom. Inquiry can help build social and cultural values by asking questions and seeking to understand different perspectives. Individuals then develop a deeper appreciation for each other, thereby promoting cultural understanding. Many philosophers believed in the importance of reflection as a means of developing knowledge, self-awareness, and moral understanding. Philosopher René Descartes believed in the power of reflection as a means of discovering knowledge. He used the process of reflection to arrive at his famous proposition, "I think, therefore I am." As part of a learning community, reflection is critical to developing deeper understanding of knowledge acquired. Culturally, humans have used the practice of reflection to process information and new experiences and to make sense of it. John Locke also believed in the power of reflection to develop knowledge and understanding. He argued that all knowledge comes from experience and that reflection on our experiences is necessary to develop a deeper understanding of our world.
So then following on, we have Ms. Ramcharan going to tell us a little bit more about the psychology on the matter.
Understanding psychology and functions of the human mind is key in achieving the objectives in any learning community. Understanding the learner and how learning occurs from a psychological point of view, the behaviorism, cognitivism, and humanism approach needs to be understood. In understanding the idea of cognitivism, Vygotsky's sociocultural theory stresses the role of social interaction, as he argued that children, if left alone, would not develop to their full potential. Vygotsky mentioned two key principles for learning: the interaction with the more knowledgeable other and the zone of proximal development. In the learning community, the MKOs includes the staff, peers, media, or any materials which may provide higher knowledge to guide and encourage students through a process of scaffolding and prompting. Through collaboration with MKOs, the zone of proximal development is bridged, since there is always a gap between actual and potential learning. Children can learn to appreciate and show respect for others. They can increase their social and communication skills. They may learn to build appropriate knowledge in cultural values and social skills to develop mental functions in performing challenging tasks. This is what should be encouraged within any learning community. Piaget, on the other hand, indicated that knowledge is built from interaction of ideas and experiences through the development of schemata. Within any learning community, progression of intellectual development is gained through Piaget's assimilation with information already known and accommodation through adapting one's knowledge to what is perceived, as students would not have yet developed their mental structures to solve problems. A social life constitutes an essential factor in the creation of growth of knowledge. In building a learning community, teachers need to understand student schemata to determine what and how information should be presented, with the aim of getting students in an environment that feels safe and comfortable for them to assimilate and accommodate the learning process and develop their social, cultural, and mental skills. In the humanism approach, we followed Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory, where the satisfaction of social needs is critical in developing a learning community. Despite whatever conditions are presented to the child, if they are stuck in satisfying the lower order needs, then there will be no motivation for further learning. Vygotsky's MKOs at this stage would even be useless. The importance is to assist students at the lower level end, where they can become motivated by other needs. In any learning community, they need to bridge this gap to ensure students feel safe in the level they are at to motivate them to move up. This is key in looking at individuals' development. Skinner, on the other hand, his contribution to behaviorism and operant conditioning linked tasks to rewards and punishment. It is believed individuals act based on their experience and the environment in which they were in. To achieve specific outcomes, consistent positive reinforcement needs to be awarded for that action for it to be modeled and adopted within this learning community. Likewise, negative reinforcement would discourage the action.
And now we have Ms. Sooklal. She's going to offer some information from the sociological side of the table.
The building of a learning community through the acquisition of social and cultural values is a concept that is deeply rooted in the functionalist theory of sociology. Historically, the primary objective of a school was to assist students in achieving academic success. However, over time, these institutions have had their roles expanded to include sociological needs. Anthropologist M.G. Smith says that the Caribbean, and by extension Trinidad, is a plural society, and it is important for the education system to be based on our reality, which consists of the inculcation of various cultures and beliefs. Talcott Parsons echoes this similar sentiment in arguing that the education system plays an important role in instilling value consensus, all of which is critical for the maintenance and stability of society. Education has evolved, moving away from plantation pedagogy and becoming more inclusive. According to sociologist Emile Durkheim, school is a microcosm of society. In building a learning community, one must include social institutions such as clubs, family, and church. The consensus among the theories of functionalism is that the society consists of various social institutions that each add value in different ways. As such, it is the school's responsibility to ensure the holistic development of the student. The institution of education is responsible for secondary socialization. Students graduate from an ascribed status within their family to an achieved status in society. What this means is that they would have conformed to society's expectations and norms. The implementation of clubs in learning communities is important for the development of leadership skills and the fostering of team building. Clubs such as drama involve the coming together of various students with similar interests and diverse skills who work together towards the ultimate achievement of a production. The steel pan side encourages teamwork through coordination to perform a piece flawlessly. Sporting clubs foster ties with the general community. Sporting activities tend to bring people together. Sporting activities usually take the form of competitions, and people rally to support their favorite teams. When a school is located in a community, it generally identifies with the community. As a result of this, the community has a tendency to support the school and contribute to its development. The more skilled players benefit from institutions, for example, the government and foreign universities, providing opportunities, especially to those not always financially stable, such as scholarships and playing for national teams. Being selected has afforded them better educational opportunities abroad through the form of sporting scholarships and have provided the sportsmen the chance to achieve better economic stability and equity within society. The existence of clubs have provided teachers the opportunity to build better relationships with students. Participation in these clubs by staff have allowed them to get to know students better in a non-academic context. By doing so, teachers can now better understand students' perspectives and build more positive relationships, which will in turn add value for staff by helping them to be better able to deliver their curriculum by identifying and catering to multiple intelligences. In denominational schools, the governing religious body tends to have significant influences and impact. For example, the Catholic Church has socially and culturally affected their schools by way of frequent masses, whole school Lenten retreat, and religious knowledge classes. These church-related activities have exposed students of other religions to Catholicism and its practices. The RK classes are used to instill morals and values as well as religious instruction. The church emphasizes integral human development or becoming the best version of yourself. It focuses on individual development and the nurturing of one's skills. The church also provides a support network by way of scripture to those sharing common beliefs and values.
Now rounding off the discussion, we're going to hear from Mrs. Simon-Charles on health and family life education and the value.
It takes a village to raise a child. This proverb refers to the entire community interacting positively with children for those children to experience and grow in a safe and healthy environment. Schools can provide such a community. A school is an educational institution designed to provide learning spaces and environments for learners. Positive value added in education can be done through HFLE. To teach them life skills, let them become aware of their cultural values through formal and informal education, also making them psychosocial competent and teachers working together towards a common goal. Building a community of learning will help students to realize their goals and aspirations in life. Many depend on the school to fulfill their educational and social needs. Through HFLE, the students can use some of the life skills taught to them so that they can adopt positive social behavior as we build this learning community. Some of the life skills that can be taught through HFLE are critical thinking skills, self-management skills, self-monitoring skills, decision-making skills, coping skills, and communication skills. HFLE also helps shape the cultural values of students by building their belief system, teaching them what is good and right. A community without a strong core will not be able to meet the needs of their students. A learning community will share similar beliefs and values conveyed through the actions, behaviors, and attitudes of students, teaching, and even non-teaching staff. Under the Caribbean Charter for Health Promotion, developed in 1993 by the heads of government and CARICOM, it states that we need to create supportive environments for our students. Creating spaces in formal and informal schooling, we can infuse such life skills, formal meaning the curriculum, and informal through co-curricular activities. Many of these co-curricular activities help shape the persons we are today. The students become more confident, it builds their self-esteem, and doing what is right becomes commonplace. An effective learning community can provide both academic and emotional support to its students. Teaching students these life skills can allow them to be psychosocial competent. Psychosocial competence is a person's ability to maintain a state of well-being and to demonstrate this ability in adapting positive behaviors when interacting with one's community. Emphasis is placed on the acquisition of skills and the fostering of values and attitudes which encourage students to strive towards accepted ideals of the learning community. These skills can help students deal with the demands and challenges of everyday life. A community of learning will help us to build alliances with our colleagues. This is where teachers will collaborate and focus on student learning. Schools play a great part in helping students to develop their value system. Implementing a positive value system will help to foster the type of growth we want to see in our students and add positively to their educational growth. The teachers can have a sense of school pride, and it can also change the climate of the school by making it a positive one because everyone is working together towards a common goal.
And as we have seen, building a learning community is critical for the holistic development of a child. The acquisition of social and cultural values cannot only be taught by the delivery of the curriculum, but rather through other sources. It is clear that areas like philosophy, psychology, sociology, and health and family life are important aspects that contribute to the development of children, readying them for adulthood. Philosophy has taught us the importance of profound thinking and the improvement of self. The building of a learning community is guided by several philosophical principles which aid young students in acquiring social and cultural values. These principles include respect, collaboration, inquiry, and self-reflection. Similarly, psychology, the study of the human mind and its functions, places emphasis on the behaviorism, cognitivism, and humanism approaches that need to be understood in order to understand the learner and how learning occurs. It is of utmost importance for this to be considered since a learning community consists of multiple intelligences, all of which need to be catered to. Sociologically, theorists like Emile Durkheim and Talcott Parsons, building on Comte's perspective, have impressed the importance of being able to exist successfully in adult life and doing so quite adeptly. They both emphasize the need for similar norms and values, moving from a particularistic perspective to a universalist one. Health and family life education, a newer concept in recent years, has yet to be implemented in all of the communities. HFLE, as it is popularly referred to, helps students to acquire life skills, cultural values, and psychosocial competence, which are crucial in dealing with everyday life challenges. Additionally, a strong core of beliefs and values is essential to meet the needs of students. Creating a supportive environment in both the formal and informal school setting is vital to infusing life skills. Our presentation today has confirmed that in the building of a learning community through the acquisition of social and cultural values, one must be open to different influences that help mold the individual into a healthy and productive asset to society. Thank you for joining us today. Now go out there and build your own learning community.
Right, come here. This is here.
Hey guys.
Hi there.
Hi, Miss Excuse. We just come to tell you thanks, sir.
Thanks for Miss.
Well,
Idea about
we did the research.
community.
And we got some really valuable information that we're willing to try with our classroom, especially with science.
Well, I guess we can all work together now and build a better learning community.
Yes, you can.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you again.